against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Yeah. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Bridges and Šarić make up the forwards. Devin Booker out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at the 5. Roaming the paint. The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And that one falls from Šarić.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Šarić nails them both. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Frank Vogel. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I asked him which part of their offensive scheme they feel confident in, and he said, to no surprise, outside shooting. He told me our guys can flat out kill it from deep. So we're going to try to get that dialed up early on. We will see, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now LeBron, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer.
James, so quick there on the draw. You got to know he's ready to shoot as soon as he's going to catch that pass.
Paul dishes to Booker. He gets that one.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
Pass to James. And they double up James. There's the dish to Drummond. Schroeder looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Ayton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
James, the pass to Davis. Back to LeBron. For 3. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by LeBron.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Paul against Schroeder. Paul right side. Booker outside. Over Caldwell Pope. No good from Booker. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers is important. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And Booker kicks to Paul. On the wing, Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Fires from the line. That one, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all we can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Free throw good, LeBron. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now here's Saric. His last outing, he had 24 points. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And it's Paul penetrating and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
So maybe now's the time, Kevin, we talk about Chris Paul's intelligence. We don't have enough time.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Paul. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
up. The NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night. Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line. And when he's on, he can be lights out.
And James throws it down.
LeBron putting the ball down on the deck. You just can't stop him when he goes straight to the rim.
Booker outside. Pass to Saric. Paul outside. Launches it. And the Suns miss again. Los Angeles leading by 8. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
And he lobs it up, and Ayton throws it down.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Schroeder outside. Bridges against James. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Check of the stats for Drummond. Last season, he played outstanding. 1st in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Now, here's Paul. Pass to Ayton. Booker outside. The rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. James in the post. Defended by Bridges. Passes it to Drummond. And here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope dishes to Drummond. Davis against Booker from outside the arc. He's off on that one. Suns trail by 10. To the inside, Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
Bridges against James. Feeds it to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Paul for three. Booker, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got 5 points so far. James, the pass to Drummond. Here's Davis. Knocks it loose, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Suns now. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. James against Bridges. James right side. Over Bridges. And again, it's the Lakers.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Paul with the ball. Saric outside to the paint. Ayton, the pass to Paul. 5 to shoot for the three. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And you can see the lower body strength from AD right there, able to take contact, get fouled, and still get the shot to go. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA, and the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
And stolen by Drummond. Pass to Davis. Here's Caldwell Pope. They get the rebound, and Drummond is right there. And the Lakers lead by 14.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now here's Kaminsky. Ayton inside, working on Drummond.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
And he makes the first. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
Yeah, you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
And he makes both free throws. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And that one's good, Ayton. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 11-point game. Trying to get open is Davis. And that one's good by LeBron. James has got 14 points for the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Schroeder against Paul. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
The drive by James.
Now a moment to see the numbers for Devin Booker. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
The first free throw is good.
Just the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
That one is no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
To the right side. Bridges for 3. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Los Angeles leading by 9. A minute 20 left to play in the first. Caldwell Pope outside. He dishes it to LeBron. Puts up a 3, and Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Paul kicks to Booker. Over in the corner, Paul. Booker outside. Over Caldwell Pope, and there's Booker on the assist by Paul. And that's 12 points for Devin Booker.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
And here's James outside. Booker pulls it in. Suns trail by 10. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Schroeder against Paul. Schroeder outside. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here's James outside. The three-pointer is right on target. 18 points for him.
Yeah, LeBron showing all the ways that he can dominate a game here on another level in this one.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be right back after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Jay Crowder, Diallo out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Booker in at the 2. And on a Marquette, Jay Crowder, Greg, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
He misses the free throw. Most every team now, Brett, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Kuzma, and again, it's the Lakers.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Schroeder against Paul. Pass to Ayton. Paul against Schroeder. Now Paul shoots over Schroeder. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Paul. And here is Los Angeles now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Now the pass to Caruso. Over Booker. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound, crucial to this offense and his production.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6. And they double up Paul. Passes it to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Schroeder finds Drummond. Lakers passing it around. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Schroeder. Caruso looking for an opening. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Drummond. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and That's unfortunate.
And stolen by Booker. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Chris Paul.
Now, you're pretty confident that Chris Paul is going to make the right decision with the basketball.
There's the pass to Harrell. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Schroeder passes to Harrell. Over Booker. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Passes it to Paul. There's the three. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Schroeder outside. Pass to Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
The Lakers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. To the middle, here's Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 10 points for Chris Paul.
Yeah, for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Pass to Drummond. He kicks it to Schroeder. And Kuzma has it in the corner. The pass to Drummond. Dishes to Schroeder. Over Paul. Harrell trying to free himself up. That one off the back iron and out.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Lakers leading by 11.
Yo, check Kuzma.
Kuzma passes to Schroeder. To the left wing. Here's Drummond. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Ayton. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Raul Neto's checked in for Phoenix. And here are the Suns now. They trail by 14. And here is Kaminsky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock is at 3. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Shot clock reset for Phoenix. Morris with the block. 16 feet away. And that one goes long.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Crowder kicks to Neto. Back to Crowder. The Suns need to get a shot off. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Kuzma. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 14. Down low, Diallo. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Caruso. Out to Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Harrell. No good that time. And Phoenix will come the other way. Booker outside. Come to me. Unloads from 13. Schroeder outside. Makes it off the glass. Schroeder's got his first basket of the night.
Great move off the dribble from Schroeder there to lose the defense.
Neto, the pass to Diallo. Outside Crowder. Pass to Neto. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there it is for him. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Lakers leading by 18. Here's Kuzma. Crowder with the steal. Booker outside. From the arc. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Booker. Booker's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks to Harrell. Schroeder right side. Morris trying to free himself up, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Booker outside. Back to Neto. Pass to Diallo. Pass to Neto. Shoots over Schroeder. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Up top, Diallo. Covered by Morris. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Kaminsky with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot good by Diallo.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Rockets. Morris outside. The dish to Schroeder. Sinks the three-pointer. Schroeder's got 11 points in the quarter.
And right there, Dennis Schroeder shows some confidence by nailing the jumper.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's defended by Harrell. Neto kicks to Diallo. Kaminsky inside. He's defended by Harrell.
Oh, size and reach and timing. That's all Montrezl Harrell there, throwing that one out. Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now Here's Booker. 12 points for him. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said,
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear?
And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Lakers leading by 22. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Paul. He can't hit that time. Davis with some nice D. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. James, no good. Sun shooting, not great. 40% for the game. The 11-footer, that one falls.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Here's Schroeder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Lakers have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
First one falls for him.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
So he gets them both. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Here's Paul. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder.
Watch outside. Watch the pick.
6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Here's Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And the pass to Drummond. He kicks to Schroeder. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Right wing. Poked away. Paul against Schroeder. The shot by Paul, no good. Lakers leading by 22. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
For Los Angeles, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Shooting one.
Free throw good, LeBron. Suns have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Schroeder against Paul. Basket good. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
A super touch on the floater there from Chris Paul, fooling the defense completely and then getting off the difficult shot.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. Now James, 23 points in the game. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Kicks it out to Paul. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lakers leading by 23. LeBron outside. The 9-foot shot, and he drops that one in. James has got 25 points in the game.
Now, this is why LeBron shoots such a high percentage. He picks his spots, and then he burrows his way right to the interior.
Passes to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide-open teammate.
Saric outside. To the inside. That's good from Booker on the assist by Saric. 14 points for Devin Booker. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Drummond. Schroeder outside. 5 on the clock. The pass to LeBron. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Bridges against James. Passes it to Booker. Shoots it up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
Devin Booker up there in usage rate. Usually one of the top 5 players in the NBA, and right there you could see why.
Here's Davis. Offline with his 3. Suns have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
Free throw good, LeBron. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
Here's James. And again, the Lakers, no good. Well, Phoenix shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And Šarić kicks to Paul. And here's Booker. 16 points for him. Pass to Šarić. Over Caldwell Pope. The shot by Šarić, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers, and they double up James. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 5th assist in this one. Šarić outside. He dishes it to Bridges. Ball against Schroeder. Now here's Paul. He's guarded closely. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The drive by James. Kicks it out to Schroeder. They double him with Booker. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Phoenix has possession. Well, Phoenix shooting not great, 40% for the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Šarić. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Booker. They could use a bucket. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Puts it up from 15. And it's Schroeder missing. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Paul looking around. He feeds it to Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for DeAndre Ayton. Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Šarić.
Well, you can see that AD was trying to bait the defense into jumping first. He wisely gets the contact and marches himself straight to the foul line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid, 79%. And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got 15.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Back to Paul. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Caldwell Pope against Booker. Davis, the pass to Schroeder. LeBron trying to free himself up. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And Schroeder just one of those guys with his speed, extremely difficult to guard. He gets the screen, uses the quickness, advantage, Dennis Schroeder.
The shot by Paul, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just throughout his career, LeBron James, we've been marveling at his passing skills. So special and makes everybody better.
Paul kicks to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Schroeder against Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Booker.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Paul passes to Kaminsky. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Ayton against Drummond. The fader. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for LeBron. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. And it's Kaminsky at the elbow. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. Here's Paul. And just miss after miss right now.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And just such great work from the athletic big man, Anthony Davis, just so devastating on offense.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Kuzma against Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
First one drops.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Paul. 16 points for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Shot to stop the run. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Defended by Booker. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got his 5th assist in this one. 20 seconds left to play in the third. LeBron against Paul. On the wing, Booker. The tray. Offensive rebound. Ayton. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Diallo out there with Johnson. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Carter. And it's Neto in at the point guard position. To the paint. Fader on the way. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Ayton showing it can be a problem on other spots on the floor, not just the post.
And there's the pass to Morris. Down low. The shot's good from Kuzma.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's Neto. He's guarded by Davis. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Morris, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marc Gasol has checked in for Davis, and Cook subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And a change for the Suns, Crowder's checked in. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Neto, guarded by Kuzma. Neto, the pass to Diallo. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Gasol. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Carter looking around. Passes it to Diallo. Baseline jumper, and the shot is good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here is Cook. Kuzma outside. Pass to Gasol. Tipped away and taken away by Johnson. The pull-up, and Carter with the basket on the assist by Johnson. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here is Cook. Morris inside. Johnson's there. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Crowder. Here's Neto. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. Here is Cook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's good from Cook. He hits both from the stripe. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with the three-point line. And you
imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Neto can't get it to go. Here's Caruso, defended by Carter. Caruso, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here is Cook. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And the Lakers making a change here. Dudley's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Here's Neto. Outside Crowder. The pass to Johnson. Here's the three. The rebound by Gasol. Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here is Cook. Here's the floater. That shot misses.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Read the pass to Neto. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react there like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
Did you?
frankly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Damian Jones is checked in for Los Angeles. Here's a Kobo, and Jones sends it back. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Caruso. Reed with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Carter. Yep, that one goes in there. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Right side Gasol. Dudley against Johnson. Dudley the bounce pass. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Jones. From deep. Rebound by the Suns. Reeves got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Crowder, and Crowder slams it in.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Cook, the pass to Gasol. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Cook kicks to Caruso. Lakers working the ball around now. Outside Gasol. Back to Dudley. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Suns. Crowder's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Crowder slams it in.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And he converts the layup. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Outside Gasol. Back to Cook. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, well, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Here's the Suns with the ball. Carter with it. Pass to Johnson. Here's Reed. Some solid defense from Gasol.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well,
Lego, Lego, Lego.